Hey stars, what's up? Thank you very much for stopping by. Welcome to another one of my acting videos. I really hope that you're going to enjoy today's video so that you can keep coming back for more. So as you can already tell, today we are doing something that a lot of people ask you about. Like the moment you say that you're an actor, they're like, oh, so today we're going to be tackling exactly that. If that is something you're interested in, please do keep watching this video. Don't forget to like, to comment, and to subscribe and become a part of this acting family. So, how do you learn lines? And is it important for you to know your lines word by word, to word, to word, to word? That's what I'm going to be talking about later in the video. But for now, I just want to deal with different ways that you can learn your lines. So the first way and the most effective way and the best way and the most way that you can learn your lines is by reading. Read your entire script. Read every single day. One of my directors used to say, no mangatua also lines down, read your script every day, because every time that you read your script, you discover something new about your character, something new about the entire play, something new about the characters that you're playing with. You discover who you are in the story even more. So no matter how many times you've been playing the play, or the production rather, carry on reading the script, because it's never in vain. You're always going to take something new away from it. That is the best way you can learn your lines, where you just pick it up and read. You know, sometimes you don't even need to program your mind to say, I want to get these lines in my head. But if it happens naturally. The more you read, the more you're going to figure out that you know them. You know, you're going to get to Rihazali and you're going to... I know, like, it sounds like that it's not real, but trust me, it is. But just read, invest in reading your scripts before bed, just 1 hour before bed. Take it and read it. How do you see if lines are well learned? The plays that you've played and you still remember all lines back on right now are the plays or the shows or the that were well learned. So if a script is well learned, even if it's 3 years later, you will still remember those lines. You will still, maybe not the entire show, of course, parts from that show, you will still, and those were the plays that were well learned. I still remember lines from a show that I did in 2017, but that's only because those lines were well learned. Not just only well learned, but the shows that you are most invested in, you will see that a line back on the because you were, and most of the time, that's when the best character work and acting comes from. Once you get to know not only your lines but everybody else's lines in the play, that's when you know your lines down. That's when you know you are owning the show now. Now you're not playing what's written, but you are owning the show. It's very often that when a cast works hand in hand, and when everybody has learned their lines well, you'll end up knowing each other's lines. You'll end up knowing each other's cues. That's when it's well learned. That's when you know your other peers' lines in the cast, you're done. Literally, uferite, you are done. So one of the best ways to learn your lines is just by simply reading the entire play every single day. This also helps with your cues. You're not going to drop your cues because you familiarize with yourself with the story all the time. Another way that I use to learn my lines that I figure has helped me to learn my lines quicker is by making character bios. Now I know this, you might wonder, like, how does character bio help me learn what the character needs to say? I'm not sure. I haven't figured the theory as to how it helps, but I know it helps. So this is what my character bios look like. I'm going to show you all the plays that I'm currently doing right now, that I'm currently learning lines to, because I have a whole lot of work when lockdown ends. But okay, so this is the first play I'm doing. I don't know if you guys will be able to see, but it's called Medea. So I'm playing the character Medea. So, okay, this comes from my wall. Like, these charts are stuck on my wall, so that's why they look, yeah. But I really hope you can see. So as you can see in the middle, I've written Medea. Now, a character bio is everything that builds my character, my approach of the character. So let me take you through. So she is a 30-year-old. She's a mother of 2. I don't know if you can see. Oh God. But yeah, I'm just going to read it to you if you can't see. So she's a mother of two. She's a 30-year-old. She's a revengeful woman. She's an angry person. She's cold. She's a witch. She's bitter. So everything that builds up Medea the way I want her to be is basically what I've stuck on every day. Now this helps with building my character. When every time I wake up, I see like I literally, when I see this, I step out of Asipe and become I don't know, guys, but maybe it's my brain. Maybe I've built it like that. But me, like character bios, placing them everywhere where I can see them, channel my character. You know, I could be, it makes me resonate with them in my own life. Like when something pisses me off and I walk into my room, even I'll just see this Medea thing, and then I'm gonna resonate with Medea because I don't know, but yeah, maybe it's just my head. So I'm just gonna show you guys that I literally do this for all of what I'm doing. So I'm also playing another character called Rose. There's a play I'm doing called Tamed. So in this play I'm playing Rose. She's a white lady. She's 25 years old. She's the man of the house. She's dominant. She's cold-hearted. She believes she's better than everyone else. So this is what builds Rose up. So even when I'm learning her lines, the fact that I can already see her on the wall makes me learn her lines quicker. Then we have Damini that I'm doing. This is a Bollywood show. So you see, now Kwana, she's 20 years old. She's a university student. She's naive. She's sweet. She's modern. She's an Indian. She's family orientated. So everything that builds up my characters. You see? So yeah, I think you guys get it now. So I'm not going to go through all of them. So for me, that's also another technique that I use to learn lines, where I just place character bios, where every time before I sleep, I'm going to go and reflect on them. Sometimes I don't even do it physically. I'll just sit and read the bio, and then I'll read the next one, and then I'll read the next one, and then I'll go to bed, and then I'll read my scripts, and then I'll go to bed. So that is another way of which you can learn your lines. Let me know if you try it, and then it also helps you. Let me know. Another way that I don't do it much, but my peers do it, and so because my peers do it, I would assume it helps also to learn your lines real quick, is that they learn lines and then they write them down. So you're gonna learn your entire monologue or your entire scene, and then you're gonna write your entire monologue. But for me, that is more of cramming. I don't know, man. I just feel like that's more of cram. But when I want to cram something, I do that. Like for poetry, I don't like poetry at all. So poetry classes, I do that because I literally just want to get it over and done with. But for me, it's more of cramming, because I feel like after I've performed the poem, this is based only for school, because I mean I only do poems as one of my poetry classes at school, so I have to do that. So I've realized that once I'm done reciting the poem for my exam, it's out the window, it's out my brain. So that's why I'm like, the whole writing thing down, for me, it's more of cramming. But now, back to is it important for you to know your lines word to word to word to word? It depends on the director. Some directors don't mind, like as long as you know the main theme of the story, as long as you know the gist of whatever it is you're saying. So you can't change the whole thing completely, but as long as you know the gist of it, like you don't really have to say is where they're supposed to be is. You don't have to say where they're supposed to be are. Maybe it's written in English and then you say it in Zulu. Maybe you change one word. Maybe you add a swear word and it's not there. So some directors don't mind that, but some are actually very, very strict. I know with classical plays, with Shakespearean plays, it has to be word for word, my dear. Like, they don't vibe with the whole changing. It has to be. But I also think that's because we're not that familiar with the language that was spoken way back then. So the moment you change one word, it changes the whole meaning of the monologue. It changes the whole meaning of the context of the line. So I know particularly that era of performing is very, very strict. It has to be is, but it just varies with the director. It's something I'd say check with your director if they're okay, but try new things. You know, if I always say never limit yourself. If you feel like putting a swear word here, put it. If you feel like instead of saying wazala, you just feel like doing this, do it. If the director doesn't like something, they're forever gonna stop you and say, no, let's do this instead of that. So just don't limit yourself. This is what I always say to people I work with, to my own self when I'm trying to build my characters. You know, and then sometimes you get the director actually likes your way more than what's written by the writer on the script. So just explore, man. Whatever the director doesn't like, they will always tell you. Come to the end of this video. I really hope that you took something away from it and that you're gonna keep coming back for more. But for now, you definitely are a star. Don't forget to like, to comment, and to subscribe, and to give me a massive big thumbs up. I'll see you on my next video. I love you. Bye.